express that and explore that is because of how dangerous and how like harmful homophobia is within male communities, right? Like, if you go out and kiss a guy, you might get fucking jumped, right? Like if you kiss a guy on the street. Now, this isn't to say it's
yeah, because I know it gave you. I tell people when you go to these conventions, it gives you confirmation of how far you have grown in your career.
Yes.
And also, I'm pretty sure you had a bunch of the top talent that you haven't shot with say, "We seen your video."
Yes. I've had people who come up
You can make money off of it.
But see, the thing about it is, okay, let's just keep it 100. The girls nowadays don't give a fuck about the money; they want to go viral.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, people want to go.
So it's kind of like the girls. A lot of the girls that don't show their face with the feet, it ain't because they make more money with the feet. Back to where you're not doing the content houses. You're shooting content, but you're not shooting with everybody got their mama. Now it done kind of the circle done closed up a little bit to make yourself. And how you doing tonight, gorgeous?
Oh, wonderful. How about you, handsome?
I'm doing fine, just trying to stay out the snow.
Oh wow. That's a foreign word to me. I don't didn't raise up in snow.
Where you at? I don't
snow.
think you even see snow nor sleet. You probably see rain though. You probably see rain.
Yeah, it's like it comes in spurts, but
oh my goodness. And how does it feel to be a hot wife?
it feels appreciated, especially if someone has grown up maybe being self-conscious or maybe have some self-esteem struggles. I think it really gets you out of that mindset because you're the amount of appreciation, positive commentary, positive behaviors, the attention to feel good is it really like heightens you. It elevates you, if that makes sense.
I feel what you're saying. So what like insecurities, hangers that you had before you found yourself?
Well, I mean, it goes back to younger years. I'm not trying to get all psychological on people, but maybe this is relevant and maybe people can relate to it. But sometimes, when you're growing up as a teenage girl, if you have, appearance, you feel like you're not fitting in, appearance wise, how schools like high schools and teenagers are very cliquey. So that can kind of make an impression on how you feel about yourself. And so it's can just stay with inside. And so it's more of like having that self-conscious about how you look and what people think about you. And so that's kind of stems, basically that's where it's stemming from. But that's why the hot wife thing is, maybe it's cheaper than a counselor. So there you go.
I'm gonna say is she would probably say to her younger one, "Girl, you just don't know how good dick really is." No, because I got it's funny as fuck. I got a comment on was it my YouTube? It was actually YouTube. And it was a lady that said she was 72 years old. She said she'd been married to her husband for 2 years. And she didn't even know how good dick could really be, but you never know.
That's true. You don't know until you experience it, right?
I'm saying. And plus you in the right spot because they swingers paradise in zone.
Hey, pussies are as well, so come on. It goes both ways.
See, that's why I'm taking a trip out there for my birthday.
It definitely goes both ways.
I got to be around my kind. So for you, because like I said, from looking at your stuff, it's you're a lady that you film gangbangs. I guess you film your experiences and so forth. So for you, we're gonna start here now. I got to talk to my people. What do you love about the fact that the film aspect of it? What do you love about that?
I love that I'm hoping I at least I hope that I'm giving other people a good time. Like I'm having a good time, and I think those in the room are having a good time. But if I can also offer others to feel good by watching it, that's what I get out of the filming. And the fact that it definitely turns you on, like to know that people watching you are getting turned on. So that kind of it's like a constant cycle, like a positive like what's the word I'm looking for? Anyway, but you get what I mean. It like feeds off of each other. So you feel excited because hopefully they're turned on, and then you think about them being turned on. That just excites it more. So that's the filming thing. I mean, I don't worry about someone that I know seeing it. I mean, I've actually thought about the time when maybe someone does that I know, but they don't they don't recognize that this is something I do, and comes across and says, "Hey, I think I saw you on some porn site or something," and I, my thinking is I'm going to react. Well, did you like it?
It probably like actually I did actually.
Because you watched it, right?
Because think about me and my husband, we're trying to think about getting into what you're doing.
Yeah, and then it might open up a conversation, right? But my point is like, oh, well, then did you like it? Because you watched it, I assume. So how was it?
So with that being said, people, we about to have some fun, ain't we? So it's time to smoke this over. Welcome to the Smokers Lounge. You know I'm Kevin Southern Champ, aka the Porn Rap Star. You know what to do. Find all my links with one link, allmylinks.com/porn rap star. You know the sponsors, RockSismMagazine.com, BlushErotica.com, Pass That Apparel, SmokeKind.com, aka the king of TACH, mailed to your door, and Sarah J. CBD. Please check out her wonderful line of pain relief and stress relief products as well as lube. Please use my promo code BOBBIE to get 10% off your order from Sarah J. CBD. That is BOBBIE. Get 10% off your next order. So please use that promo code as much as possible. Also, please check me out in the mornings. Get your coffee ready. Roll that blunt. Check me out on FullSwapRadio.com as I chop it up with them people. You can check me out over there, as well as SGPRadio.com, as well as SkyHawkAfterDarkTV.com. Plus, also for my pro wrestling fans, I give you that pro wrestling punditry with that real smoke, pro wrestling smoke. So please check that out when I drop those episodes. Now, this lady here loves to be railed by BBC, Gangbangs. She enjoys it, lives for it. Loves dick, like literally loves dick. You feel me? And she knows how to work a dick. So I'm going to let this lady, gorgeous, sexy, hot, and yeah, she is hot wife because as you can see with some of that cleavage, yeah. Hot wife. Introduce herself. Go ahead and tell me who you is, baby.
Well, thank you. This is quite the opportunity, and I thank you for having me on your podcast because it's not everyone who gets invited, and so I just want to recognize that it's a privilege. So thank you so much. Okay. My name is Zoe Rails. I yes, technically am a hot wife. I will say first and foremost, I am married to a bi-sub cuckold who is very integrated with this opportunity to expand and be a hot wife. He extremely supportive, all like behind the scenes, will get involved, really loves the interaction with the partners and such. But so I'm actually kind of a catch-all per se. So I'm not, I do like to film. and make content. Doesn't need to always be gangbangs. It could be one-on-one. It could be other things. But I also do things just for fun of it. There's a lot of people out there who don't want to be filmed. So, but obviously there's still a lot of fun to be had. And so it's just fitting it into the other aspects of my life. So this isn't just the only thing I do. It's probably one of the more enjoyable things I do, of course, but it's an additive. And for me, my focus is do it to have fun. I always ask people, if there's anything you could do that didn't involve how much money you make or what society thinks about it, like what would you do? No constraints. And so follow that passion, you just figure out how to make that work. And so this for me it's about having fun and obviously I do feel good out of it. So and so that's what's become a part of my life. It's not the only, like I said, it's not the only thing, because there's I think it's good to have a lot of different aspects of to experience.
I mean, we have kids, we have jobs, we have all that shit. We have regular lives outside.
Gotta pay taxes and figure out how to get around the laws and taxes somehow. Everyone does. I mean, so
you know what I'm saying. So I take it you and your husband are swingers. When did that become a part? Well, one, finding out that he was bisexual and all that, was that before y'all got into swinging, or swinging became before that?
So my current husband and I met while I was divorcing my first husband, who was not involved. So I had never been exposed to this lifestyle. It was one of those like straightforward, type of.
Oh no! Wait one second. The reason why, because we have heard this before in a marriage. Didn't know that you was a freak because you had a prude husband who thought that sex was just doggy style. Then you got away from him.
2 second
found
man.
out.
Or 2 minute man.
Yeah. And then you got away from him and you find out, something.
Yeah. Now I will be honest. I already started the proceedings of getting a divorce before there was any initiation or interaction with my current husband at that level. So I will just call that out.
It doesn't even matter. It was done.
Well, I mean, my point is it was like I made the decision to be done with it for myself. I wasn't doing it because there was somebody else. I think I feel like that's important, because you shouldn't do it for somebody else. You should do it because that's what you feel is the right thing, for yourself. That's all. And so when we started getting to another level than friends, because I had known him for the prior 8 years on a work relationship, AKA, people in the same, that work for the same, that work together, might play together. But, and he was very upfront, because I am his third wife, that he was very upfront about making sure I understood his sexuality and what he enjoys, which he did up front, and I wasn't aware of it. So he introduced me to this lifestyle that initially did not start off.
Before we get to lifestyle, when he told you about his sexuality, what was your response and your reaction to it?
I was like, okay. I mean, I can't. What I can't do is I'm not going to judge something if I haven't experienced it myself.
No, the reason why I say that, because, see, I have to say this too, and I say this again to you women. If your man can't be 100% honest about his sexuality, that says a lot about you. Continue.
Yeah, and I mean, I'll be honest, at the beginning, I don't think he was completely open. He was more, hey, swinging. He actually, this quote he said was, "You're not going to be the last woman I fuck." Like that's, and so, I mean, this was early on, like very early, and because again, I'm not going to judge or react on something if I haven't actually experienced it. So I was okay. That's, thank you for telling me. Or I don't even know. I just remember at that moment when we were at dinner, he had just bought me my first pair of Louboutins because we were on a weekend rendezvous while I was still technically married, as was he. And we were at a restaurant. He tells me that, and I'm walking up the stairs to go use the restroom. So the dining area is on like the first floor, and the restrooms are on the second floor. So you have to walk upstairs. And he specifically told me when I came back, he's like, "You fucking slut. You walked up the stairs, no panties on, with a dress, wearing the Louboutins." And so then we came down, I came back down and we're eating, and I had ordered a T-bone steak. So I love meat. I love grilling. And towards the end, I said, "Do you mind if I like chew on the bone?" Cause there's like good pieces. And he told me later that he's like, "That's when I knew I was going to marry this girl. Like if she's going to tell me she's going to chew on this bone."
Yeah.
So anyway, and so he had mentioned that. And then so it started off doing more of the broader swinger things, like going to a party, not like an intimate, like just two couples.
Yeah.
And then it eventually steered into gangbangs where he had opened up about really being, finding Black men just amazingly sexy and their cocks, and that he also enjoys that. And for me, I was like really, more than supportive of the fact that he was sharing his bisexuality aspect, and that he really enjoys that, and being a bottom versus wanting to find another pussy to fuck. So that's just kind of evolved to where we are now. But the point that you're making, to what you've said, is he opened up to that, so we could really just explore more and really tap into what really is enjoyable for both of us, versus trying to like hide some aspect. Well, I really like that, but I don't want to say anything, and it's like that's not a way to live. Like you be who you are. And hopefully the person is supportive. If not, maybe you just need to explain a bit more and then see what happens.
Yeah, because it opens up so many doors and make y'all closer as a couple.
Right.
Because for a man, for us to even admit that shit to our woman, it's a lot. Because we don't know.
I find it sexy. Personally, I find it sexy. So, but that's me. And I understand how maybe others don't. But
so you know what I'm saying? But I mean, even to the point, it's like, even if it's a person in lifestyle, you still know how she's gonna react. Because like I said, I never forget with the story where Shorty said she saw her man for the first time suck a dick. And it turned her the fuck on.
Right.
She was
and
like,
we actually compare notes. I'm like, how do you take his cock so far down? We'll compare notes.
She said the same thing.
I said, we need to have a guy who, like, you suck him off and I suck him off, and then he gives us each feedback.
Oh my God. So of course y'all doing the swinging. When did filming fall into the situation?
So what happened was we were connecting with some amazing bulls, whether it was through an organized group, like we like published like, hey, we'd like to have a gangbang and pull some people in, or maybe it was like a one-on-one, but there was a gentleman that we connected with, and he did chatterbait.
Mm-hmm.
And so we then did chatterbait with him on his account, and was just seeing how much he was getting, like gaining, financially from the chatterbait.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that was filming. And so then we were posting about just finding another bowl just to have fun with. And it turned out that this one gentleman actually makes content.
Mm-hmm.
And, pushes it out there on the various sites, OnlyFans, et cetera, and makes money. And so at that point, we were fine with getting filmed and didn't ask for anything. It was just for the experience. But then that's what really opened it up. And then he introduced me to another gentleman who actually does this for a living, doing gangbangs, because he said, hey, this chick, Zoe Rails, has got, it's going to be fun. So you need to do a video with her. And that led to my first kind of, it wasn't a full gangbang. It was because it was just 3 guys. I mean, I guess technically it is, and then it just kept going from there, but I wasn't publishing it on my own yet.
Okay.
And then once we learned more about what like this producer was doing, we said, well, let's publish it ourselves as well. And that's what's evolved from there.
So for you, when you shot like the first gangbang, what some of the things did you learn from that experience that you took moving forward when it comes to filming or being in front of the camera?
Well, so I'm kind of like a dominant subdominant, whatever. So I think I have a strong personality. I feel, I've worked hard to, learn what I am and build my brains, and, did have a career. I always tell people, yes, I was a rocket scientist in some way. But, and so I have a tendency to want to voice a thought, like if it makes sense, like, hey, I think this would work well, or da. So I'm not just someone who just only follows what's being told. And I will, of course, lead or follow from the guidance of the expert. And so when the gangbang came around, or that filming, part of me was assuming, I just have to do everything they say, which I'm not a big fan of, because I still have what I do well in. Like, I want to portray that it's fun. And if I'm doing something that's uncomfortable, that could come across the wrong way. So I initially thought that, but then found that, oh no, it is very interactive and collaborative of some sense. And then I think also with the filming, it's helpful because you can always edit things out. Okay? Unless it's, of course, if it's live, that's not the case. But and everyone's still very, very respectful. I think what comes across maybe with the final video film portrays one thing, because that's the intent, is to portray something that people are going to view.
It takes a lot of work to get to that point.
Yeah, I mean, and there is collaboration. It's not like this, someone's getting slapped constantly or and that's not what they want.
So my question is this: of course, when it comes to your one-on-one scenes or what have you, what type of scenes? Because a lot of ladies I talk to, they rather just do the gangbangs, but they'll do the one-on-one scenes. Okay, do you like doing the one-on-one scenes more so than the gangbangs, or the gangbang more so than the one-on-one scenes? And 2, for your one-on-one scenes, do you like rough, or do you want more sensual?
So I'll start with the one-on-one. So my approach to one-on-ones is I do want to feel a little bit like there's some connection of some sort. So I'm very, very much about the upfront conversations, like speaking to the person, or when they first meet, they come to the planned time and place. We're spending like at least half an hour or more talking with each other, like just getting to know each other. It's not just come in the door, start the camera, do it like that. For me, I'm not like a turn off, turn on, or turn on, turn off. For me, that process gets me more excited, and therefore then it shows, in the camera.
Yeah.
And then we talk about, of course, do's and don'ts and that kind of thing. So for the one-on-ones, I actually like to start off a bit sensual, but then it leads into the rough.
Mm-hmm. You like the pace changed.
Well, yeah, so it's like it starts there, and then it like gets like more intense, rougher. So I think it's kind of like maybe it's like when you first go on a date, you kind of start that soft, like that easy thing. And that's nice. And then you feel, and then it grows and grows, and then it gets that real intensity. Yeah. And that's when you can explode and really feel it. Like if you start right away, like, I think you don't have as much of that, like that build up that makes that reaching point more intense. Like if you just are doing that right away, that's just my opinion.
Because to me, even when I shot, I liked to start sensual, work around the clothes and stuff like that. I even love the fact that you wear heels, you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Keep them on. The thigh stockings and all that good stuff. And for you, how often do you film?
I don't know. Just for you, I was wearing these, so.
Oh shit. Yeah, we gotta get into the premium smoke room. Anyway, how often do you film?
I don't have a set schedule. It depends on, what we're doing. We, my husband and I do travel. Fortunately, we do get to explore overseas, and which is another great opportunity because a lot of countries over there, more things are legal than they are here. So, we're, there's a lot of things to explore, but I would say probably about at least like around once a month, if maybe once every couple months. I know because some of it's like there's some coordinating that has to be done, especially if you're working with like you're interacting with someone and they don't live locally or where you are, and what is your schedule and their schedule. So but going back to there was the one-on-ones, and then the gangbangs are fun because you have at least there's a variety, right? So if the one doesn't seem to pan out, it's you're really trying to like make it happen. But with the gangbangs, at least there's there's like others that you'll interact with.
So what gets you off with a gangbang?
I think it's like even more people are like enjoying what I offer. Like it's the fact that, these guys are, and I'll be honest, like this is one thing I'm finding, which if this maybe can, the ask to your audience is a lot of times I gentlemen will come and imply that they're not married or, have a relationship, but I know the majority are. And so just that's fine. Like, just say it how it is. Like, it's fine. Like, it's more of a turn on, honestly, if you are married. So now that's your thing, that's your thing, how you handle it with your marriage, but you're here. It doesn't, it doesn't affect me, but it gives at least variety, so if the one isn't maybe as, I guess, working well, and not to say that they're not, participating, it's just in not pushing them out, but then there's others that can kind of bring in the talent per se. So I have experienced a lot where there's there's those that are there that are young, and I think they're there just to get a free fuck.
That's a lot of them, being honest with you.
Yeah. And
but see, I'm gonna ask you a question: Is your gangbangs swinger based or porn based? And what I mean by porn based is that
yeah.
Okay, so like all the guys are creators.
No, that's the thing. It's like we tell them. Well, it's like we tell them up front about filming.
Okay, then so y'all throw, let's say, gangbang shoots, gangbang events, so forth.
Yeah, or like, hey, we're looking for having a gangbang, or if someone contacts us or me, and says, hey, I'd like to, would really like to, they'll say collab.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring up, okay, well, we want to film. There'll be, really, like we try to be upfront about our situation, and it's not to say if they don't want to film that it's not it's a flag, like it's a no-go. I mean, that's not. It's okay if they don't want to film. We just want to know that up front.
Yeah.
Because the other thing that I've been really trying to steer away from is they'll say they'll film, but then they want to wear a mask, and I think that for me, that I just don't like the mask. I feel it takes away from my experience, like, because I want to see the person. And then I know when I watch porn, I don't like seeing a mask on somebody. So, my thing is, hey, if you're not comfortable with filming, then don't film.
Because the reason why I would ask all this is it's hard as fuck to pull off a gangbang. To find the people and so forth, and see too, also it's beauty to be in a swingers paradise like Arizona. Well,
I think I'm fortunate that I feel that a lot of the ones who at least they do get to interact do want to come back, so that's helpful.
I mean,
but you're right. Like it's finding the right group too, because sometimes like guys have to be comfortable with other guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
Being in the same room and not be timid about what the size of their cock is. Because I'll be honest, like bigger is not necessarily better. Like the thing for me is that the cock takes the time to find the pussy's spots.
Mm-hmm.
So, no.
But when it comes to a gangbang, it's like this: a one-on-one dick size kind of matter more so because it's a one-on-one. When it's a gangbang, it's okay. People, that's a lot of work. You already got to film that shit with like 5 or 6 dudes, and you're not gonna get the end close. It's not. No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, I mean, dropping close.
Well, I mean, there has been some of the shoots where the director knows like what works for me, so he'll tell the guys what to do. Like, I'm a big fan of the tip, like just the tip entering, and I'm very multi-orgasmic, so just like. The tip entering that mushroom head is, I mean, I'll just come off of that. So he for me, don't come in and just start pound, because you're not finding what's going to really get me going. You're just thinking that's what you need to do, but that's not the case. I actually wanted to start like a format per se, called Zoe's Training Academy. So I can have these young bulls come in and just like I can help.
I think it's just the one they watch. It's because I'm not just saying this. People, y'all can actually go look at my shit and see what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Nah, I never, because the way that I knew, because I had a cameraman, I knew the way that porn posts been shot. You have to be able to change your pace, because if you're trying to get up close dick in the pussy action, you can't get that if you just pounding them. And then you also, I don't think the generation understand how to enjoy the pussy. Like, no, I'm not gonna get in there and just start digging her. No,
That's the difference I found with the really young ones. That's the first thing they do.
No.
And I'll try to tell them, like, no. And if we're filming, I know that's okay because they can edit it out. But I'll try to guide them. I'm like, slow down.
I was taught to kill them with the long stroke. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught. Long stroke. Slow and long. It did. You know what I'm saying? It did.
Yeah, I don't know why that's in their head. Like, that's what they feel that that's what they're supposed to do. But
well, no, like I said, because I grew up with. I mean, because I'm old version, so I grew up with when it was porn. Like, yeah, where there was kissing. You worked around the clothes. Like, you don't get completely nude.
You're making it like an hour-long DVD, so it needs to, like, last that long.
Yeah, but I mean, but even to that concept still can work in this day and age because
of course.
Because even to the point, like, even with you, I see that you do that. You know what I'm saying? You don't come completely out of your clothes in some of the scenes. They work around the shit, and it's hot because it's okay then. Just simple. They had to have it so bad they didn't even give her time to take her clothes off. Think about that. They had it. She was looking so good. They needed that pussy so bad that the only thing she could do was pull her titties out and pull it up. That's it. They didn't give a fuck.
I tend to choose things that make it easy for that, so they don't have to take off the clothes per se to get a hold of it. But
so now she already answered one of the fun questions. So before we get to the rest of this, so now let's go to the rest of them. Do you do anal?
No, that's the one no. So when I talked about the do's and the don'ts, that's one of the no's for me. And surprisingly, most now, whether they're saying this or not to like make me feel better, is that they say, oh, good, they'll say, oh, good, I don't really like, giving anal anyway, but it's
don't get it twisted. Any male talent, any male producer, don't get it, okay. Anal is probably the most difficult shit to pull off in porn.
I'm impressed the stuff I see out there. Like, goddamn woman, how do you do that?
It's so much shit that got to go right, and plus, it's a lot of prep.
No pun intended with the shit.
Yeah, and two, is a lot of prep going into doing that, especially when do it on camera.
Right.
But even more so than that is because they know that there's something that sells or what have you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get it, and I get it. I'm just, unless it's like they're going to, for filming, they're going to have some really high dollar figure, like super high. But I know there's enough out there. They don't need to do that. I'm just
God dang it, that conversation can cover it up. What do I save for the money? What do I let go for the content? I ain't even gonna have that conversation.
I tell people I'll do double vaginal. I just don't do it, but I won't do anal. So I give them something else.
Okay. That was the next question. The double. So you be down to do the double vaginal?
No problem. Yes.
So you have done that before, I take it.
Oh yes. And the best part is if my husband gets to be one of them, it is like this double intensity effect.
I never had I am one that would never have a problem doing that.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean,
I would have never had a problem doing that. I'm like,
I think what some of the bulls have is there's this mentality that these two cocks are rubbing against each other. That makes them.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you this: if me and your husband doing threesome, at some point, ain't you gonna put both our dicks in your mouth?
Both of your dicks in my mouth, or just the mouth, not the pussy?
Yeah, in your mouth, right?
I would try. I mean, if they can fit.
Okay, then. So, what's the difference between that and in your pussy?
True. Yes. Well, I'm like a hole is a hole, people. Like,
I'm like, my dick gonna touch when she do this. So what the difference?
Oh, that's a good one. You know what? I haven't brought up that point when I've been trying to say, like, why are you guys so, like, you know, like weird about it? Or like, you know, my husband would love to be topped. And I go, guys, a hole is a hole. Pussy, like, you want to do my ass, but you won't do his? Like, what's the matter?
Well, I mean,
that's a whole nother
topic. Dudes. I don't do dudes, but
see?
But hold on. But the Cuck can guide my dick into a pussy and mouth. I have no issue with that. My manhood is very secure.
Yeah. And it's not, that's the thing. It's like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if you feel the difference between it rubbing against another cock versus
it's no difference. It's no difference. It's in his mind.
It's mental.
Yeah, it's mental. Because see, the thing about it, but even with that, I don't give a fuck. They still got a lot because the positioning, because you got to figure out which position is going to work for that double action.
Well, yeah. Well, one has to stay still and one has to do the movement. So
you understand how me and him gonna position for us to both get our dicks in her pussy?
Well, I'll tell you the position that seems to work for me, but if you like, but I mean,
yeah, go ahead. This is the Smokers Lounge, really. I am not monetized on YouTube. I'm not worried.
So I mean, what I find is the easiest is when one of the cocks is lying on their back, and like me being the pussy would be on top, like straddling and riding him on top, and then I'll lean forward to lie more on the so cock
it's a doggy and ride,
and then the other one comes in doggy, but the one on the bottom needs to be in first. And then the other one comes to slip in. So it's almost like he's trying to slip in a tighter hole. Like basically that's what you've created. Does that make sense?
That's turning me the fuck on. I'm sorry. It's just a thought like, yeah, that would be fun.
And I always tell people, guys, lube is your best friend. Don't shy away from lube. It's fun, you know, it's not.
So, and then, of course, I've seen the collars and stuff, so I take it, of course, she mentioned she's submissive into BDSM.
Like, for me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do enjoy it. Like, I say, you can like, you know, choke my throat. I will let you know if it's like, okay, it's too strong. Like the hair pulling, the slapping. I'm still apprehensive of being completely tied down. I think I still want a little bit of an out. You know, I don't mind being tied.
I mean, to be honest with you, if it comes down to a BDS, there's not a lot of male talent that is true doms.
Right.
That's in the game that understand things. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to BDSM, reading the room, boundaries, because that scene is a totally different energy.
Yeah, I mean, I'll you know,
especially talking about the bondage one.
Yeah, I mean, hands down, there's, you know, there's one producer that, you know, I don't think they're really making anymore, but I love their stuff, but it's like I would never be kink. You know, kink.
I know you're talking about.
And so, like, I would, like, me being tied up like that, that's a no-go for me, but, you know, I can...
but no, I mean, just...
I can appreciate what they create. And I know the female, I know she's consented towards it. Like, I mean, I know that, so it's not...
No, but see, not all BDSM has to involve being tied up. Because,
yes,
like,
correct.
for example...
Sometimes it's a mental thing. It's a mental...
Yeah. You know, like I did what was primal animal fetish, where she had on the anal plug with the animal, and we fucked. I busted a nut in the bowl, and she licked it up like a cat. I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, that's what's fun is my husband actually he likes the pain element, like for him receiving the pain. not only is he filming, but we might, put a cock cage on him, and then there could be, like, we've thought about some content where every time I orgasm, he gets shocked. Like some
I'm
platforms
sorry, I'm
don't
straight off
allow.
by missing teeth, but y'all know I'm a dom. She's just talking to my heart right now. Continue.
Yeah, and like the bull tells him, like, oh, you need to shock yourself, or so he wants to have a bull master too, and so
I ain't gonna front I love work. I love cut couples. I used to work with some of them.
And he's like the most encouraging. Like, we've watched videos out there, and the guy just stays behind the camera, like, okay, the husband's filming, yay. Or he's shown jacking off, yay. But there's no, like, I mean, some of them are, but there's not like a real, like, I feel like, that's
I've been with those that clean up. So there you go.
Oh, yeah.
I had those that clean up. Let me say this again. Had his hand like this, guiding my dick into her pussy and mouth. No, doggy style. He's right here, like.
Well, that's okay. So, because if we eventually, what we find is some guys don't seem to be open to it, but once we're in the moment, so my husband will usually get underneath the cock.
Yeah.
And when the cock isn't quite in the pussy, he'll suck him off to get him, deep throat him, and then he'll help guide the cock into my pussy. So it's like an immediate suck him off.
So I mean, how often do y'all find bisexual men? Because it's one thing to find bulls. Yeah, it's
yeah.
We talking about men that would play with both.
I think so. We were beginning to be more proactive about seeking them. Mm-hmm. What we've experienced, as long as there's only one bull there, not in a gangbang,
yeah, they'll
open up to it. It's mm-hmm. I think the fact that the bull is in front of others,
yeah,
they'll stay away from it. And I think comfortable, they might become more willing to explore, and of course maybe you get them, maybe they start enjoying some party favors that loosens them up a little bit, but they feel comfortable, right? They just feel comfortable about
just making sure. Hold on. We're not talking like they gave it to them, nothing like that. No, them motherfuckers brought the shit. It was theirs. Let's make this clear. There was no coercion.
No.
They were down.
No. It was just something that they decided to have on their own.
Yes. Just made that clear. Did they drug it? No, they did not.
No.
They brought their own drugs.
I'll be honest, I take some things to, like, just to loosen up.
Really?
Yeah. And our thing is if they don't want to go to that place, that's fine. Like, there is no.
But see, the thing about it is, it's the funny part is, like you said, it's the ones that want to keep it on the low.
Yes, trust me, it's just been our experience. Now, I'm not saying that's everybody, and it's not to say that people are just, it's a no-go. I find that you're not going to see that come out when it's a group.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Unless they're very upfront. Yes, I'm bisexual. Like,
Oh no, because I know of other couples I had interviewed where, the husband, yes, he gets
my husband gets actually. I wish I could. We'll look at, like, because people contact me about filming.
I'm surprised you ain't bumped into Roxy Dover.
I'll have to check her out.
Make Cuck holding normal.
Well, and the thing is like,
shouts out to her husband. I love him to death. Yes, he sucks dick. Yes.
Okay, here's what my ultimate, like, my next shoot I really hope to do is we would like to find, like, 2 bi bulls where each of us, me and my husband, are getting, enjoying, and we can, and then they can switch. So it's you know, for me, like sometimes I don't really see my husband as a cuckold. I mean, which he is because he loves watching me. I mean, he says it's the only porn he gets off.
I mean, but me and her talked about that. It's a spectrum when it comes to the cuckold. It's a spectrum.
Right.
You feel me? You got the stag who he watches, but he joins in. Then you have the
he wants to join in.
He wants to join in. You have the cuck that he just watches.
Right.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? He don't do none of that cage, none of that. He watches and occasionally jerks off. Then you have the cage. Okay? Then you have those that, well, they clean up. Then you have those cucks that they're bisexual. Yes, they suck dick.
Yeah. Oh, and I would love it if I would love it if they would top him too. I mean, honestly, like.
And I can't think of who it is. Y'all in the comments, please tell me who it is. She said, he did it better than me.
Well, that's the thing. Like I actually told him we should get feedback. Like I said, who sucks the cock better? Like
no. And then another girl told me her husband. She had a husband. She was like, that motherfucker could take much dick in the ass. Like, no problem. Just
absolutely. Oh, my hands down. Wow. Hands down. He takes deep in the throat. I mean, I tell him that. I am ultimately impressed. I'm very supportive of it.
So,
but to your point, though, finding those people is
because if you want to do that type of content, it's hard to find those that type of people that would be one open to be in front of the camera, two not had their face shown. So that means, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, there's guys out there, but that's on the. I mean, shit, you're out there, so.
I think so. Yeah. One of the things that like I've been exploring is connecting with somebody and then opening up that door for them to experience, the other side of things, being, the bi, and seeing if they go for it. And then it opens up just another like sexual experience.
It's like to me, you're gonna end up having a diverse array of content.
I know. Well, this is where I go. I have all these ideas and I know here's my approach. I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a big fish in I'd rather be a big fish in a small pond than a small fish in a big pond, because I feel like, like gangbangs, they're all over the place, right? It's like that content.
But I mean, but let's keep it 100. Last year, that was the thing.
Right.
Because the year before that was anal. This year, the year before that, 2024 was anal. 2025, it was the gangbang, because Bonnie Blue and Lily Phillips and so forth got it banging. And this year, okay, I'm just gonna say it's gonna be the year of queer. You're gonna see a lot of ladies work with a lot of transgender.
Oh, that's like that's on our list.
You gonna see some pegging.
You see, my point is like as a business, like you have to think of it as a business, right? Yeah. Like if you have all this competition, tons of competition, do you really want to go into that where there's so many players, or do you try to find a different
right? Like for example, Good Boy Pup, he wears the puppy hood. Oh, he gets dug out.
Yeah,
he get dug out. You know what I'm saying? And he's the only one. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
he had worked with all the top, the award nominated dominatrix. So it's like, it's. If you're able to make that lane, then yeah. Because like I said, the porn already looks like it's going to go more extreme to a certain extent.
Oh, I think that's the thing is like, I think that's what we're seeing is that, I mean, it's kind of like, oh, been there, done that. Like, you want, I mean, I think we all know when you're dealing with your hormones, like you need more and more, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, I've achieved being excited off of this level, which is whatever content you're watching. Now you need more, right? You need to take it up a notch.
But see, it's okay then. I don't believe it even got anything to do with endorphins or whatever. Is this when you got into swinging? Guess the one thing that swinging, and especially having the husband you have, allowed you to be able to do the grace of sexual discovery.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, because. And that will point allow us to be, because the job is for you to be that nasty freak on camera. Right. You feel what I'm saying?
His support is, he'll always say, how the fuck did your first husband not even know this is like how nasty you can be? And it's because it wasn't like made available, right? I tell people like, you can cut this out or not. Like I learned, we
keep it 100 here. Go ahead. We keep it 100% honest. Go ahead.
I mean, I learned how to masturbate in second grade. I was told by the teacher to my parents, she's scratching herself. Because I was doing it in class. Like, I mean, it felt good. And you don't know anything other. And I think
to be honest with you, most people, if you really look at it, start masturbating probably about 6 years to 8 years.
Yeah, so that would have been the second grade. Like that would have been my.
No, because I grew up on Cinemax After Dark, so there you go.
No, this wasn't even me. I didn't even know it. I mean, I know I wasn't seeing anything.
I didn't know about my hand. It was pillowcase. It was the pillow. That's all I'm gonna say.
I think the fact I was doing it during school, like in the classroom, was probably not.
You just knew you was horny. There you go.
They called it scratching. Yeah.
But see, people don't realize, because sometimes if you don't have a mate that allows you to explore, you can't explore. You don't know.
Well, and then there's this overarching society that kind of tries to funnel you through this means of like, this is the definition of what you should be, how you should be, and who you are sexually. So that's another factor you've got to let go. And that's why I mentioned, if someone were to watch my content that I knew of it that wasn't really in the industry, I would say, great. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, because what people realize, also doing this also does give a lady confidence.
Absolutely. And I said that, yeah, we talked about that early on, which is, it is. You've got to let the social, like the stigma, you have to let that go.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I don't know what you was looking at, but what I'm looking at, it's nice.
And I really do like to interact with whoever's in the room. I'm verbal. I'm punchy. I like to laugh, like have fun. So for those who, maybe have seen my stuff or not, like there's interaction that's beyond, moaning and whatnot. And I'm always open to everything. I usually will try anything once. Mm-hmm. With the slight, probably small list of things that I would just not try at least once at this time. I'm not saying never. It's just never say never.
And for you, like, now that you're in the business, you're doing content, where you want to take this? How far you want to take it?
So I want to take it to doing more of the niche type of content, which I mentioned earlier. I want to get my husband more involved, because I know he it's something that he enjoys, and he's been very generous about me, having, like, I get to enjoy it, but I want, I love him, and this is our marriage, and I want him to have the same level of enjoyment. So having him more involved, and that's why I've been talking about these type of genres. And then, as I mentioned, over in Europe, there's opportunity to expand even further. But I mean, without kind of sharing too much.
Because y'all go over to Europe, I'm sitting there smiling like, oh my God. You don't know what you missing out on the filming on that end.
I know. There's a lot of things legal over there. So, I mean, you have to still, so when it's legal, you still have to report, report your income. So, which is fine. For me, it's really about providing a type of like the genre of the content, like being different. Like, I'm all about doing something that is out of the norm. Like, I don't want to be one in a million. I'd rather offer something that caters towards a smaller population, but being more profound in it.
So what type content would you like to expand to?
Definitely the I'm glad you mentioned the transsexual, because for me, it's about having my husband and I both enjoy together.
Yeah, because I mean, trying to think of it.
And sorry, at the same time that my husband, he's more of he's truly the sub. So usually, one envision is like
trust me, there's some traits that would be dominant.
Yes, and he's so into wanting a dominant bull, trans, bi, whatever, like, to dominate him. So, and then and I would help the dominant, to enable that.
Yeah, because
and the training, and then the training, the Zoe's training.
Yeah, no, because I was just thinking, you don't see too much woman, man, and training.
Well, that's the thing. We constantly are looking for bull master with couple. Like, it's always okay. The bull's fucking the wife, but the husband's film. So yeah, we'd love to meet and try to find someone who's open to at least try. I'm of the type, like I said, try anything once. What's the worst that can happen? You find out you don't like it, don't do it again.
Shoot, well, I mean,
you don't know. Like, I always use this analogy. I use this analogy. Like, let's say Michael, when Michael Jordan, basketball player, was born, let's say he was never exposed to basketball, right?
Yeah.
He ended up being, I don't know, some construction worker or something. You would never know he could be an amazing basketball player, right? You don't know until you are exposed to it at some point to see what comes out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. It's like, no, this is my thing. Because even with me being the bull, it's like, there's bulls that swing both ways, and then there's bulls that swing one way. I was the one that swing one way. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's no knocking anybody, you know what I'm saying?
It's we all respect each other.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But also, couples have to take into account what works for both of them.
Correct.
So it's kind of like, for example, if it makes sense on a filming level because the type of content that you're trying to shoot, the energy has to be right. And it can only be right if it's with that type dude. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like one, and even, I mean,
take filming out of it, just behind the camera.
Well, that's why I'm saying we don't have to.
Regardless of whether he's faking it in front of them, when he get behind the camera, he's just like, back up.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. My husband loves to watch regardless. Like, he's fine if it's just watching. It's just taking it to the next level would be, like, really.
No, because it's. I mean, my ex, she was like, "Oh shit, I would love to fuck a transgender." Be like, "That's a dick and titties." So I already know what it is.
I mean, I'm like, I'm gonna learn a lot from her. I mean, no doubt.
No, but like I said,
some of the sexiest women out there. I mean, I'm just.
But the thing about it is, to me, that's how he enjoys sex. You know what I'm saying? That's one thing I hate about this world is that it's gonna sound crazy as fuck to some of y'all, but y'all actually judging people based off how they enjoy to bust a nut.
Yes.
It's amazing.
But then what's funny is that that's how they seem to portray that publicly, like, oh, you know. But then behind the scenes, you know what they're doing.
I mean, I done told the world, I told the world, I said, one alphabet will get me. I don't know what the alphabet is, but I know the old school name for it. Female hermaphrodite. That'll be the only time I'll be sucking dick. She has a pussy. And so I'm like, well, hold on, they got a dick. I said, it's a big click that day. Female hermaphrodite with titties. You look good. You got me. Let's go. I ain't saying that. No, I'm the kind of person, if I did it, I'm on it. I'm like, fuck it. I'm too old for all this shit.
You know, the whole point is do what feels good. You know, I mean, we have so much in our mindset of what the the outside world is thinking and driving us to what we should and should not do. I mean, as long as it's legal, do what you want to do. I mean, if the person doesn't like it, the person what? Then why would you want them in your life anyway, or why do you care?
I mean, to me, it's like this. It's part of insanity is not being able to be yourself. Part of the reason why a lot of these marriages fail because they can't be themselves.
Yes.
You know, period. The husband just don't want to admit, maybe I like fucking other women.
Right.
But not man enough to present the balance. She have the option to. Because the key to this is balance.
Yeah.
That's one thing that, see, understand the reason why I did this podcast is also to kill a lot of myths with relationships. Is that we can't find love. We are married. You know how many motherfuckers in this business is married? Across the board from swinging to actual vanilla. You know? And what they gotta understand is having the hard questions, having the hard conversations. One of the hard conversations she had with her husband, his sexuality.
Yeah.
I cannot stress that, people. To a man, the way that we were raised.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that. I think the hard part is your partner may have been raised in so much of a certain, direction of a mindset.
Yeah.
It's going to take time to break through that. You know, I mean, you can't blame them for being raised that way.
Yeah.
So,
but see, that shows.
Like, how do you tap into it in the best way to not, like, I don't think you can just throw it on them, like, boom.
I think what it is two things to me. One, in your case, somehow, some way, you made him feel comfortable enough that he could talk to you. That's why I said, if your man can't sit here and come to you and say, hey, baby, I like being pegged. Actually, I like the experience you pegged me. Of course, you're going to have shock at first. But he came to you and told you this.
Yeah, he did. He has mentioned that.
Think about this. He came and told you this.
Yeah, he did say he's like you're the first person I've told this to. I felt like I could open up because he felt like he was swinging, but he's supposed to only fuck other, pussies. Not, yeah.
Once again, I'm a man telling you my deepest, darkest secret. Some of you women don't make your man feel comfortable enough to do that. It's a lot y'all can learn from swinging couples. I'm sorry.
I think a good way to see to maybe open up the door is to watch a porn, tell, hey honey, oh my god, this was so hot. Look at this tranny funking another guy or another couple, and the husband's getting fucked. You can show that it's exciting to watch that type of content, and then maybe see how the reaction goes. That would be my, if someone wanted to explore that that avenue.
I mean, women, y'all got more tact than men. Because the only way we can get it in is, baby, how you feel if I watch you get fucked by two dudes?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
that's the only way we're gonna get in. It can't be us with another woman. That ain't gonna go left. That ain't gonna go right because we ain't got the tact for it. Y'all on the other end, y'all know how to plant the little, breadcrumbs.
Yeah, so there you go. I gave that was the approach.
The breadcrumbs, baby, I was watching this, video about swinging.
Or sometimes what I do with my husband is we'd be looking for porn videos together, and I go, what's your search term? What's your search or you're looking for? And then he'll ask what mine is, because then you see that they're turned on to, right?
Mm.
Now, granted, they have to be at that point that are they going to be honest about what they're searching for? But I mean, we posted we have our computer, and then we share it with our big TV so we can watch it larger, but so you can see anyway. But that's another way, is just playing, is having fun together of, what should we search for, and see what they come up with.
Well, people, I held here for an hour, man, because I know, despite the fact the snowstorm,
sorry, yes,
I have to go to work. And as you can hear, we ain't touched on a lot of shit. Oh, I love her. So you know what this means. I have to ask her the $1 million question. Miss Zoe Rails, can I call you a smoke buddy?
Absolutely. It's honored.
Yes, people. So can we see a little cleavage real quick as I say this? Just a little bit of cleavage. Don't pull your tits out there. You just show a little cleavage. Yes. Yes, people. She'll be back here on the Smokers Lounge, and we're going to bring her to the place where the conversation gets saucier, the tits pop out, dildos might pop out, you might see some sexy heels. You don't know what pop off unless you subscribe. I'm talking about none other than the Premium Smoke Room on Loyal Fans, people. 4 wonderful podcasts for you to enjoy, plus the VIP Smoke Room, which I do sometime live on X, as well as my store where you can see my work as I give ladies their work. Because big dicks growing the sticks. That's why they call me Big Country Daddy. Also, don't forget about my Spotify side that also you can subscribe to as well. Had to Smoke on it, where I give my thoughts, unapologetic, probably controversial, and trust me, I don't hold back shit. On top of that, I feel I need to discuss, you know what I'm saying? As well as Savage Smoke, as I talk to the industry's top male talents and producers, we give them that real smoke about the industry from a male's perspective. So whether it's Premium Smoke, you had the smoke on it, or you trying to roll some of that Savage Smoke, please subscribe to the Smoke. Premium Smoke right now, first month, 75% off. Trust me, after you get 30 days of it, you ain't going to want to go nowhere. Trust me, everyone so far ain't went nowhere. So there you go, people. So Miss Rails, can you tell everybody where they can find you and spend money on you?
Oh, at Zoe Rails on X, and I have my linked tree that will guide you to all my other platforms on Loyal Fans, ManyVids, and OnlyFans. We're kind of gearing towards those other two that I mentioned. So yeah, but definitely x.com. X is the way to find me at Zoe Rails. Kind of all one word is my tag.
There you go. So what did y'all smoke over this week? What did you learn? Well, first and foremost, the key to a marriage, a relationship, any of that is making your mate feel comfortable with coming out with their deepest secrets, their deepest thoughts. They can talk to you. I know a lot of people think I don't trash traditional marriages. I know there are many traditional marriages and relationships that are great. And they are able to have those conversations. But it's that ecosystem, the bullhorn, red pill, man pill, all that bullshit you hear on YouTube. They tell you this is how a marriage is supposed to be and this, that, and the third. No, because majority of them ain't even married. And if they are, they're not even happily married. The point I'm trying to make is that the key to any success in anything is to have a strong core. An understanding with you and your mate of who y'all are. This is a journey they decide to take together. Keyword together. Not to save a marriage, not to spice a marriage up. A journey that went together. See, that's the one key ingredient that a lot of y'all don't understand how this swinging shit works. A lot of these people was married for a minute. Or they was already in it and they met. You feel what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The point being is they have an understanding and they have to have conversations, deal with jealousy, deal with certain situations and be able to talk to each other as adults and have what is called relationship maturity. Meaning we grown folk here. You feel me? And then, of course, y'all want to hear the porn shit. Okay, I got you. The other part of this is finding a way to be authentic. Finding a way to stick out. See, understand in this era compared to past eras, ladies, especially ladies, I can't say gents too tough, but ladies are able to get away with doing certain shoots, type scenes, and so forth. Yeah. I told you, this year, you're going to see a lot of transgender scenes. I'll see some pegging, and so forth. But it's because, understand, people are now having what I call a culturally sexual awakening. And what that means is that the bullshit that they told you, why did you think God made sex to feel good? Period. When you sit here and say a person not born that way, you know what you Christians are saying? You're saying God make mistakes. But y'all say God don't make mistakes. So if a man know in his heart, his mind, he's bisexual, gay, a woman, and you say he woke up, he thought he just decided he want to do that. No, it was in him. He just probably fought it off. But once again, you're saying God made a mistake. He don't make mistakes. We are who we are. People kill themselves because they can't be who they are. Do you know how hard it is to wear the mask? We wear the mask, yeah. We smile when we sad and the whole nine. It's psychologically damaging. That's why you got so much mental health shit going on, because people trying to fake the funk so much for shit. And they can't keep up with it. And it drives them crazy. That's why I love being in porn. That's why I love being BDSM. That's why I'm a proud swinger. Because you want to know why? Because at the age of 50, I developed the one thing that I need to have. I don't give a good goddamn what you fuckers think about me. Fuck you. And that's the key to be success in this business. I'm not ashamed of who I am and never will be. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather be who the fuck I am than who the fuck you want me to be. Because guess what? Who you want me to be doesn't make me happy. So take that with you, people. And with that being said, you know, we're in these things all day, every day. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of the experience if you haven't learned anything? Smoke this over. Say goodbye to him, Miss Rails.
Goodbye. And one added just comment to what you just said. If you go and read about ancient history in the Romans, men always fucked men.
I don't even want to. See, that's why she got to come back, and we're going to do the Prima Smoke Room, and we're going to talk about all that with her tits out. Because the smokers already freaking know. Look, we out.